Today I'm sharing how I've transformed my brother's 80s bathroom vanity. The first thing I did was remove the brown attached handles. Carefully using a chisel and a hammer, you can tap on the wood depending on which part they are on the doors. Once that was done, I gave everything a good wash and then primed everything using a bin 123 so that it would adhere to the laminate. I did another couple of coats of a semi-gloss paint and then got to work on the countertops. Using a porch and floor paint, I painted a base coat in a color similar to the countertop paint that I was going to be adding. I've painted countertops before, so check out my tutorial for that for more details. You'll also notice that I painted my sink white with the tub and tile paint, and you can check out a video about that process as well. After letting my paint dry for several hours, I taped all of the edges and then covered the surrounding areas with a layer of press and seal, which is my favorite DIY painting hack. I also added tape on top of the edges of the press and seal just in case it were to move while I was painting. Once I was ready, I took my different Stone Effects spray paint and got to work, using a piece of cardboard to protect the base cabinets and floor from overspray. Once it was perfectly covered and while I was waiting for it to dry, I got to work on the rest of the vanity. Or should I say, I put my brother to work cutting a bunch of pieces of trim. These would be added to the front of the cabinet doors and drawers to elevate the look. I nailed them into place, but I could have also used glue and clamps if you don't have a nail gun. You'll notice that the top drawers are a little bit shorter and there is a gap. In order to hide this, I did my side pieces a bit longer. This cabinet was really old and in rough condition after I had taken off the wooden handles. I used a simple drywall patch to cover all the holes and then sanded everything once it was dry. Finally, I added caulk around all of the inside corners and seams and covered all of the gaps. Then it was another coat of gloss white paint to cover everything up. I measured and installed the new handles. We used pulls for the drawers, leaving the fake drawers as is so no one would accidentally open them, and did matching chrome knobs for the doors. Finally, I had to seal in the countertops. I did one coat of polyacrylic while all my tape was still in place. Then I carefully removed it, cutting along the lines to avoid pulling up any of the texture, followed by a couple other coats of polyacrylic. There was one spot along the edges that had pulled up some of the old tape on the wall, and I think there used to be silicone there, and that's why the paint didn't stick. But don't worry, I touched it up and now everything looks great. Go to madisonmethod.com for more details about this bathroom vanity transformation.